How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Let's do one more clapping and fill the vacuum with our energy. Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guest. My name is Atul Maheshwari and I'll be the Sergeant Arm for today's meeting. So before start of the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules. Number 1 is please switch off your mobile phone or put it on a silent mode. Mine is better, so I'm not at all worried. Number 2 rule, as a Toastmaster, we don't talk about gender, politics and religion. So avoid talking about the same. And while someone is giving a speech or someone is standing on the stage, please avoid cross-talking. To succeed in life, everyone has a mission. Similarly, as a club, we have a mission. So I request everyone to stand up and take the oath of our mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide positive and supportive learning experience in which every member has an equal opportunity to develop communication and leadership skill, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I formally announce the start of our meeting number 468, and I would like to invite our presiding officer, Dipanshu. Dipanshu, please. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Let's do it the Les Brown way. So when I'm going to ask you how are you doing, you're going to say better than good and better than most. So how are you doing?
Better than good, better than most.
I bet you are. Welcome all the members and our respected guests to meeting number 468. Meeting number 468 means that this club is meeting for past 9 years every Sunday to improve, to become a better public speaker and improve our leadership skills. Now, today the whole nation is also celebrating the birthday of a very, very great man. I read his autobiography, the story of his experiments with truth. And I must say one of the best autobiographies I have ever read. In that book, as the name suggests, he was very honest and he kept him so vulnerable. If you read his book, you will find out that he didn't have that much courage in his life. He was a fearful man. He also lacked a lot of confidence while growing up. But because he was so honest and he was inspired from Bhagavad Gita, you will see his journey, how he evolved as a leader, how he stand up to one of the most powerful nations at that time. So with this, very happy Gandhi Jayanti to you all. Before I take our guest introduction, I have just one major announcement to be made. That it's the month of October, and in Toastmasters, month of October is the month of contest. So on 16th October, we are going to have a table topic contest. Now to all the new members and guests, contests are some of the best thing in Toastmasters. One of the best thing about Toastmasters is that there is no limit to how high you can go. The contest will be happening at club level, and the winners will go to the area, to the district, and even get a chance to go to the USA for the World Championship of Public Speaking. I would really urge all of the members to please nominate yourself for the table topic contest. I have did a mistake in my Toastmasters journey to realize the benefit of contest. In a regular meeting, you have a very encouraging, a very friendly environment. But in contest, the environment is a bit tense. It's competitive. There are judges from outside. So in table topic, what happens is that everyone gets only one table topic, and all the contestants go out. So one by one they come, and there's only one topic, and they have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. We are going to have a very good module about that from a very prolific speaker, DTM Rupinder Singh, who also is the past winner in this table topic contest. So save the date. 16 October is the table topic contest date, and do participate. It's one of the best decision you will ever make. With this, yes, also one more thing. It's the first week of the month, so we are going to announce the Toastmaster of the month. So a little hint for you: the Toastmaster of the month for the month of September is present today. So we'll be announcing who is in the end of our meeting. With this, we move on to our wonderful guest introduction. For the guests, just please share a brief introduction about yourself so that we can get to know you and what are your expectations from that now. Sounds good? So, sir, would you like to go first?
Yes. So, hi everyone, this is Mudit Gupta. So, I am a qualification of a chartered accountant and I am working with last 20 years now. So, I know Shashi from the club. So, my purpose of joining is basically to develop my leadership and communication skills and to be a better public speaker.
Hello everyone, my name is Seth and I came here to learn communication skills and develop my leadership.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Manish Garg and I am a chartered accountant and working in Gurgaon transfer private limited. So I was introduced by my friend Akshay and my expectation from the Toastmasters to develop my communication skills.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Toastmaster Kamsha. I come from Toastmasters Club and I'm working here in Stratford. And it's been 3 years and I'm part of Toastmasters Club and I'm associated because I want to network, make friends in the city and also grow on my self-confidence.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Actually, I've been wanting to come here for a long time, but since now I've got a chance, so I am up for it. So I'm going to improve my communication skills, be a better speaker, and just network.
Myself, I recently graduated with communication and my friend suggested me to join this course to improve my communication and leadership.
Thank you, sir.
Hello everyone, I'm Sweetie. I'm a student. I have come out to get some time out of my studies.
Okay, sir, yes.
Good morning, my name is Gaurav. I know Toastmasters from many years back. I joined it for a time and we are also teaching that again, same concept, the main idea of our Toastmasters is to improve your skills, better communicator.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome all the guests. Hope you enjoyed today's meeting. Now, moving to our TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day. Today we have a very amazing session on how to ace table topics by DTM Rupinder Singh. But to organize our meeting, to ensure we have a smooth flow, we have a Toastmaster of the Day. And a Toastmaster of the Day today is a very amazing person. He is working at Exicom Technologies. He's a very, very compassionate leader. Something that I have learned from him that he is a great listener. Whenever we have a meeting in our club, he always first listens, then in the end, accumulating all the ideas, share his views on that. So something that I got to learn from him. Now here to speak more, here to conduct our session, here to ensure that we have a very amazing session with full of learning, full of enthusiasm and also full of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Vivekananda Kumar.
Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. Good. Today is really a very, very auspicious day, I would say. The man who led us for freedom. And this has to be celebrated. As you know, today we have DTM Rupinder Singh for training on table topics. And he's a very prolific speaker, and I'm sure this special session will take us a great beat of learning, and each one of us in life we have experienced. We got a situation where we have to speak impromptu, and generally most of the people, they get either nervous or have some fear. after having today's session, I am sure you would be better version of yourself. As Dipanshu said, we will also have table topic contest on 16th of October. So before further delaying it, my role today would be limited. Today I would work as a bead weaver. Today we have only table topic training session and table topic contest. And both the leaders for table topic master and trainer is a prolific speaker. So meeting structure would be just training on table topic, and of course we will experience table topic. We will have word of the day, and word of the day is equanimity, coolness, calmness, composure, and antonyms would be restlessness. And what would be the better day to use this word? The man himself, Mahatma Gandhi, was a symbol of equanimity. So there can be multiple use of this word, but recently I wrote, during the recent water logging in Gurgaon, keeping focus and equanimity on the road was really difficult. Do you agree? So please use this word whenever you get chance to speak during table topic or during any other feedback session. And whenever somebody use this word, please give thumbs up. Laughter is the best medicine, and today's Jokemaster of the day, someone who is a very new Toastmaster since last 2 months, he is BTech and he works for Value Serve. He is having multiple hobby, reading, writing, trekking. So I would like to call Toastmaster Surinder for joke, for laughing, right? So come, Toastmaster Surinder. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. If not, don't worry, I am here to make you laugh. First, I will tell anything to you. I am going to telling my one irony of my life, that whenever I try to crack a joke, it always gets flat. And when I try to tell about a tragedy in my life, people generally laugh. So today I decide I will just tell you an incident. After that, you decide. You have to laugh or you have to just not track that. The incident was happened with me 10 years back. At that time, the Google Maps board was not popular for the navigation. For the navigations, we use generally the old technique. Stop our car on the roadside and ask two people. So 10 years back, I was new to NCR. On one weekend, me with 3 friends, we went to Delhi to attend a conference. There, when we just crossed Mahipalpur flyover, after that we slowed down our car for looking for some directions. A person mentioned that you have to go straight from here. You will get one red light. You have to cross that red light. You will get another one. A red light. Then you have to take a left turn. Another 200 meter. You will be there. We get the direction and start moving. We start discussing on some random topics also, and we were enjoying our music. So we can say we were in the equanimity stage. Yes. So that when we pass first red light, when there another light came, we crossed. After just crossing, I realized that we missed the turn. So I just to confirm with my friends, I said, is that one the red light? One of them said, no, that was a green. We are good to go. That is from my side. I am handing over the stage to TMOD Mr. Vivekananda. Thank you.
So as you know, today we are not going to have prepared speeches, so we have decided not to have full auxiliary role players. So for today's meeting, only timer we have kept as auxiliary role player, and today's timer is new Toastmaster Shruti Sharma. She is very passionate about traveling and cooking. So may I request Toastmaster Shruti to read timing objective.
Good morning, everyone. So, as a timer, I will monitor and record time for each meeting segment and each speaker. I will operate the timing signal indicating to each speaker how long he or she has been talking. For table topics, green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes. The speaker will have 30 more seconds to close.
End of the meeting.
Okay, when called by the general evaluator, I shall announce the speaker's name and time taken. I shall also mention those members who are eligible for voting. Thank you so much.
Now, I think man himself has big introduction, but I would keep very concise. He is a very prolific and veteran Toastmaster. Recently he won Toastmaster of the Year award in the He was finalist in Table Topic Master, and he is also semi-finalist in International Speech Contest. So I would like to request Mr. Rupinder Singh to come over the stage and enlighten us and train us about table topic. So thank you.
If I was to call anybody of you on stage, give you a topic and ask you to speak on it for 1 to 2 minutes, how many of you would be scared? Show of hands. Well, at least I've got some honest people in the room. For what it is worth, even I would be scared. Okay. How many of you consider yourself introverts? Super. It's become a kind of a fad, you know. Everybody wants to be an introvert just so that they don't come on stage. Guess what? You're listening to a person who measures 98% introvert on the Myers-Briggs scale. You're listening to an introvert right now. Okay? So if there is anything to go by, just because you are an introvert, just because you're scared, is no reason that you should not come on this stage and speak. Relax, I'm not calling you right now. Okay? What if I told you that in the next 25 to 30 minutes, I will show you a way you will never ever be afraid to come up on this stage and speak. Or for that matter, if you are put in a situation where you're supposed to respond impromptu, you will never be afraid because you'll know a way around it. What if I told you that? How many of you are thinking of saying, okay dude, give me whatever you are having because you're clearly high? Thank you. I'll show you that I'm not high. For the record, I don't drink, I don't smoke, women don't come near me, so I can't be high. Okay, so table topics, one of the most feared sessions, but it should be one of the most fun sessions in a Toastmasters meeting. What I'm going to tell you today is not just about table topics, it's not just about impromptu speaking, it goes beyond that. Many times in life you are faced with impromptu situations, you don't know how to respond. This will probably help you out. It will probably help you out in a situation where you've gone to an interview, and what is the question you hate the most? Anyone? Tell me something about yourself. Okay, first they make you fill a very complicated form. Let's just put it that way. Okay, you could have submitted your resume and that would have been the end of it, but no, they want you to laboriously copy paste value from your resume onto a stupid form, and to do so with equanimity. Is that the word? Great. So they want you to do it with that, and you fill out that form. Then you wait for the interview call. You get an email. They tell you, come over. We are going to talk to you. You reach there. and they tell you, oh, bring 3 copies of your resume. And now you're wondering, why did I fill out that form for? What did I fill out that form for? Now why do they need 3 copies of my resume and my 3 photographs, and probably every document is my birth certificate? But you carry them along, you're sitting there. They make you wait for 5 hours. Why? Because your interviewer is in a meeting, right? And 5 hours later, the person comes down, gives you a very lame apology and says, tell me something about yourself. How's that going to make you feel? Well, one thing, you should feel irritated. It's your right. But you're so desperate to get that job, you'll probably start thinking of an answer. It stops today. Because today I'm going to tell you how to answer that question. I'm also going to tell you how to answer questions like, what is your biggest strength? What is your biggest weakness? Tell me about your greatest moment. Who's your favorite friend? And what's your favorite food? And blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I like to believe, though I don't practice, in this quote by, is it Jack Welch? A leader is someone who knows the way, who goes the way and shows the way. Either it's Jack Welch or some other leader, I don't remember who that is. I believe in going the way, so I'm throwing you a challenge. Who all are Toastmasters? Please put your hands up. All right, put your hands down. Who all are not Toastmasters? Please raise your hand. Super. I'm going to ask you to give me a topic and I'm going to speak on it for 1 to 2 minutes. The reason I'm not asking Toastmasters is they end up giving me really embarrassing topics. Okay? Something about me choking on my food or my wife meeting my girlfriend. But so I want you to give me a topic, and dare you give me a topic about wife and girlfriend. Go ahead.
You have to give any topic.
Give me any topic. I'll speak on it for 1 to 2 minutes. Gandhi. Okay. In my opinion, Gandhi is perhaps one of the most misunderstood people in history. And I say so because I myself misunderstood Gandhi till the right age of about 24 or 25. You see, as a kid I always wanted to join the army or the air force or one of the armed forces. An accident put paid to that, can no longer join it, have a hairline fracture in the foot. But that was it. Until about 24 or 25 I used to believe that violence is the answer to violence. Okay? And I thought that Gandhi was stupid. I mean, how do you answer violence with non-violence? You are going to get killed. Until one day, someone showed me the light. Someone read out the Bible to me, and it talks about offering the other cheek. Now, again, I found that stupid. But that person spoke with so much passion. Because I kept on yelling at him that this is stupid, and he kept on replying back with a calmness. It was later in the night I realized what this person was actually doing. He was offering the other cheek. And I realized the kind of courage it takes to do that. Someone slaps you, your instinct is to slap back or run away. But real courage is standing up, offering the other cheek. Let that person run out of all the anger that he has or she has, and then sit down and talk with others. And from that day onwards, I became a believer in Gandhi. Hence my assertion that Gandhi is one of the most misunderstood people in history. How did I do? Relax.
How did you do?
Another one. Ma'am, why don't you give me a talk? Oh, you are a Toastmaster. Yeah, sit down. You are not a Toastmaster. Yes. Give me a talk. Anyone.
Honestly, administration services.
Okay, honestly, I've got a very good topic on that. You'll say that I probably practiced it long back. Anyone else? Any other topic? Toastmaster. Yes.
Keep your friends close and enemies closer.
If my friend what?
Keep your friends close and enemies closer.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Okay, trust me, you do not want to keep your friends close but your enemies closer. I say so because you don't know the kind of friends I have and you don't know the kind of enemies I have. Okay? Now, if you are imagining that my enemies are close and my friends are out on the outer circle, chances are when the push comes to the shove, my friends are going to run away. Okay, because they are on the outer circle, and I'll be left alone with my enemies. So if you are telling me to keep my friends close and my enemies closer, I'm not going to do that. For the simple reason, you don't know my friends and you don't know my enemies as well. Now how did I do? Stop. Don't think about that. In both the topics, did you notice there was a beginning? What happened at the beginning? Anyone?
Opinion.
You've attended the session, keep quiet. Okay. I gave an opinion. I gave an opinion. Now, how many of you have opinions? Wrong question. Anyone who does not have an opinion? Okay, I would have been surprised if somebody said that they did not have an opinion, because everyone in this world has an opinion. I've got a 10-year-old nephew at my house. He's autistic. He has an opinion. And I've got a 81-year-old dad. He's got opinions. Let's not go there. But everyone has opinions at this point. A person who's born to a person in the twilight of their age, everybody has opinions. If you don't believe me, go to Facebook. Millennials won't understand. It's a social media platform, Millennials. Okay, if you go to Facebook, you'll see 850 million opinions and counting. So everyone has an opinion. Like the moment I say tea or coffee, how many for tea? And how many for coffee? I'm not taking you out for either one of those. Just in case you were thinking. But everyone has an opinion. How many for vodka? Wow, some people are honest. But you get it, everyone has an opinion. A table topic, an impromptu speech, an impromptu answer is nothing but an opinion that is given a structure. You agree that in both the topics I was following a particular structure? I gave an opinion, then I followed that opinion with a I say so because. What is that? It's a reason. Okay? If I have an opinion, I better have a reason for my opinion. How many of you, okay, does this sound familiar or not? Your boss asks you to prepare a presentation, says the CEO wants to see it, and now you are all naturally excited. Okay? So there is this initial enthusiasm. I'm designing a presentation for the CEO. Now the CEOs are asked for 5 pages, but you are going to go for 25 pages. Why? Because you want to make that impression. Right? So you prepare 25 pages, you've got all your designs, and you've applied all the principles of minimalism and content correctness, and you've got it vetted by 20 different people. You take it to the CEO, and the CEO looks at it and says, I don't like this. That's it. What has the CEO done? Given an opinion. What is your next question? You are asking for a reason. Do you agree that when we qualify an opinion with a reason, the opinion kind of becomes more solid? Agreed? Right? What if Vivek, who's been following up with me since July, I think he's been after my life, that come to my club, do something in my club. And after all of that today, if I was to call up Vivek and say, hey, I can't come today, and put the phone down. The next thing is he's going to call me up and he's going to ask why. What if I said that Vivek, I can't come because there's an emergency at home? So satisfied, right? What did I do in both the topics after that? I followed it up with a story, a personal story, which I like to call an experience. If I don't have an experience, I can always give examples. For example, my favorite fruit is apple. It is my favorite fruit because I can have it in so many different ways. Right? I've given my reason. Now from my reason I can take out examples. For example, I can have apple juice, or I can dice an apple up and sprinkle some salt over it. You understand? Or I could just bite into a ripe juicy apple. 3 examples. Right? Try giving 3 examples. Why? Because we tend to remember in 3s. Tom, Dick and Harry, Om Jai Jagdish, Brahma Vishnu Mahesh. Right? We tend to remember in tribes. 3 examples. And then I close with my opinion that apple is my favorite fruit because I can have it in so many different ways. Right? So either an experience or an example. So we have opinion, reason, example. Even if you don't have an experience, you have examples. Finally, I closed with my opinion. I restated my opinion. I reinforced my opinion. So I began with my opinion, I went to reason, gave some examples and closed with an opinion. First letter of the word opinion, O. First letter of the word reason, first letter of the word example or experience, and first letter of the word opinion, O-R-E-O. Who likes Oreo? I hate you all because I hate Oreo. I don't hate you, I just don't like Oreo. That's pretty much it. But this is an approach. You can use this approach in any context. I mean, you could give me any topic and I can make an Oreo out of it. Right? Does anyone want to try? I'm going to ask you, since you are a champion. Okay, you can deliver it from there only because I got this topic last week. Okay? He, by the way, is a international speech contest finalist. So let's have a. I say so because I contested with him. So even I lost. Everyone loses. Everyone is a loser like that. Okay. My topic for you is what I got. It was this Monday actually I got this topic. Great Lakes. Imagine you are a cow going to a milk factory for an interview. Imagine you are a cow going to a milk factory for an interview. Do we have that graphic? Can you put that up? I sent it to you actually. Oreo, it's on your WhatsApp. Okay, imagine you are a cow going to a milk factory for an interview.
Interview by?
So, anyone.
So they will interview the cow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So wonderful to invite me to this factory. Do you all know that the factory is run because of me and so many of my sisters? Because we the cows, we give milk. That milk is collected across from the country, from all villages, that get livelihood to so many farmers and run so many families. That milk comes to this factory. You process them, pack them in plastic bags and distribute to so many families. Do you know, whatever the work you do is because of me and all my fellow sisters, and because of all of us, we enrich, we the cows, we enrich so many families. But despite doing that, despite we running your livelihood, so many of my sisters are killed. There are so many people they are doing that. So my request and appeal to you, we run your livelihood, we give nutrition to so many children and so many families, but take care of us. That's what my appeal is to all of you. Thank you so much. Is there any question you have? Because it's an interview, no? So second question should come to the cow.
I'll tell you, have a seat. So when I was given this topic, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to speak about. Bapul did a wonderful job, by the way. So what do you do in situations where you don't know the answer, where it does not come to your mind? What you try to do is you try to recall an incident with a cow. Okay, so use that as your example or your experience. So I started my topic with, in my opinion, I have absolutely zero idea of what a cow would do at an interview. Okay, I say so because I am not a cow, but I have had experiences with a cow. Let me explain. I was in Greater Noida, trying to find my way to some place. My wife was sitting next to me, my son was sitting at the back, my wife's sister was sitting next to her, and it was a long desolate stretch of a road. Not a soul inside. I don't know where my wife got this inspiration, but she said, ask someone. And I saw a cow in there. And I stopped my vehicle next to the cow. I rolled my window down. And I asked her, can you tell me the way? it wasn't a pleasant evening. So honestly, I cannot tell you how a cow feels at an interview, but I can tell you that I have spoken to a cow once. Why is this important? Because many times in an interview, you're going to get asked a question that you don't know the answer to, and don't give an answer as stupid as mine did. Bakul is much closer. But the thing is that you can still answer if you use the Oreo approach. You could simply say, in my opinion, well, I honestly don't have any opinion about this. That's because I'm not familiar with this. But if you give me a couple of hours, maybe I can come back to you with an answer. Overall, I'm not familiar with this. Right? I have used Oreo since 2016. I could literally do it in my sleep. Okay, you give me a difficult topic, an easy topic, an embarrassing topic, I could literally do an Oreo around that. And what I want you guys to do is now practice Oreo. Now, who was afraid to come up on the stage? Please put up your hands. Who was afraid to come up on the stage? Okay, and who's still afraid to come up on the stage? I'll help you out. I promise you I'll help you out. Can we put that graphic up? I've sent it to someone on WhatsApp.
Can you share it again?
I'll need my phone for that. Can you just pass my phone there? Stop looking at my WhatsApp. No. Who's this 70421? Yeah, it's with me.
Can you share it to the note because my phone is recording?
Where do I share it?
Role play
with me.
Oh, the role play is good.
Yeah.
We had an interaction.
MC. Is that? No.
Just write role plays.
Okay. Oh yeah, got it. Sent it. If you could share it. Okay, if you could share it on the screen. All you have to do is give an opinion, follow it up with a reason, follow it up with an example, then close with your opinion. I'll make it even simpler for you. Once this comes up, this is going to become very easy. You start your topic with "in my opinion" or "I think that," any of these phrases. Then you go to "because," then you give your reason. Then you say either "for example," or "let me tell you a story," or "let me explain." Any of these. And then you close with "to conclude and state your opinion." It's as simple as that. How many of you can do that? It's quite simple. So who's willing to try? Your name, ma'am? Let's welcome Bhavna on stage. Keep on clapping. Welcome, Bhavna. Okay. Bhavna, are you on social media?
Yes.
Okay. Your favorite social media platform. Your favorite social media platform, Bhavna. Start with "in my opinion."
In my opinion, I think that my favorite social media platform is Instagram, because I love to see where people are traveling, because I like to travel myself.
For example?
So, for example, my very close friend recently went to Dubai, and she's posting some really amazing photos which inspire me to go myself and plan my next trip. So I like Instagram. Yeah, that was the first reason. Second reason, I like to laugh a lot. So Instagram gives me a lot of amazing full of humor kind of reels, which I can go to, and they are 30 seconds, so it does not waste a lot of time also. So I just go there, and while I'm working in office, I want to take a break because it's work from home kind of a culture going on. So I just take a break, 5 minutes, log into Instagram and love to laugh. So that is second reason I love Instagram. And the third reason is, yeah, there is no third reason actually. So these are the
Close with your opinion.
so yeah, so I think that's, yeah, Instagram is an amazing platform to just go entertain yourself and laugh a lot. That's it.
Give me a loud round. In MCTC, you should really learn to clap. You're not going to gain members like this. Okay. Feel better? Do you think you could have answered this question in the morning?
Sorry?
Do you think you could have answered this question as effectively in the morning before the session?
No, because of the structure, maybe I was into the rhythm.
And you really like Instagram?
Yeah. No, actually, before
millennials. In my opinion, my least favorite social media platform is Instagram. I say so because I find it extremely user unfriendly. Let me explain why. For example, I cannot see my movies like this. I necessarily have to see them like this. Another reason, I cannot direct you to my URL. There is only one URL that I can have, and that is in my bio. And if I want to send you to a different URL, God help me there. And last but not the least, Reels. I positively hate them. I don't know how a person digging his nose for 30 seconds continuously is your idea of entertainment. It definitely is not mine. So in my opinion, I positively hate Instagram because I think it is inflexible, barely usable, and a total waste of your time. How did I do? You are convinced that Instagram is okay, never mind. But we have the structure up there. Okay, anybody who wants to try a topic? Anybody who wants to try? You want to try a topic? Your name is?
Saif.
Saif. Saif, my favorite holiday spot. My favorite holiday spot, Saif. Take your time, structure is there, just follow that structure.
My holiday?
Favorite holiday spot, favorite vacation spot.
Favorite holiday place?
Yeah.
Spending time with my friends.
In my opinion.
No, I
Follow the structure, it will fall in place for you.
I believe that if we spend time with our friends,
It's going to be your best vacation.
okay.
You say so.
And
because.
we are social animal. Humans are social animals. So
Examples, go into examples.
okay, actually my English is not real.
हिंदी में बोलो,
Yeah.
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
क्योंकि इंसान सोशल एनिमल है और पूरे वीक या पूरे मंथ वो अपने कामों में बिजी रहता है, तो जब भी समय मिले तो दोस्तों यारों से मिलने से बहुत अच्छा महसूस होता है. और मैं ऐसा इसलिए भी कि जब हम लोगों से मिलते हैं तो अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस एक दूसरे से शेयर करते हैं और अच्छा टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं, और मुझे लगता है कि ये
Close. You're there at the opinion. Just close with your opinion. What you stated at the beginning. You shouldn't बोला तो उसका close कर दो. That's it.
इसलिए मुझे लगता है मैं बिलीव करता हूँ कि लोगों हॉलीडेज में दोस्तों से मिलना बहुत अच्छा है.
So good job done there. And see, the thing is that you've spoken for more than 12 seconds. Now there was a person who spoke for only 12 seconds. And before that, this person did everything to avoid a table topic. You know, he would run out of the room the moment the table topics would begin. Then he would come back when they would end. And one day his BP education decided that he had had enough, so he locked the doors. So a person tried the next best thing, he tried to hide under a table. The table topic master dragged him from underneath the table, brought him onto the stage, gave him a topic, and he spoke for 12 seconds. Do you think there's a story in here? Because if that person had not spoken for 12 seconds and spoken after that, there would not be a story, right? Who do you think this person is? No, I'm not that person. In 2015, the world came to know him as Mohammad Katani, World Champion of Public Speaking, 2015. The power of words. One of the best speeches that I've heard in a World Championship speech. One of the best speeches that I've heard. Now, if Katani can speak for 12 seconds, I'm pretty sure you spoke for more than 12 seconds, which is the red card for red card. There's no telling how far you're going to go. So let's have a round of applause. One final topic. You want to come? Come. If it is too embarrassing, just let me know, I'll change it. Your name is?
Sweetie.
Sweetie. My idea of a perfect date. My idea of a perfect date. Sweet. Go with the structure.
In my opinion, my idea for a perfect date is like when two persons knew each other before their meeting and little bit knowledge about each other, and so that they can put question about their interest or anything, share their belief, if they have good understanding or not.
You're going for examples.
If they have, because for you, why you are conducting a date? For a long reason you are conducting a date, and in future you are going to marry. So for marriage you should have good understanding between two persons. So in my opinion, the best date when person knew each other before their meeting.
Okay, you want to try another one? Okay.
So you missed example.
You missed the example. That's it. Otherwise,
give a couple of examples where you went on a date, if you have gone to.
Yeah. Or the kind of date that you would want to do. All right. Your topic. My favorite dessert. Please don't tell me you're a vegan and you don't like dessert.
Actually, I like, in my opinion, all desserts are just awesome. It's impossible for me to rank one. This is my favorite, but I like cake very much. I like it because you have this in mean to say cold cakes and hot lava cakes. Both varieties are available in the cakes, and it's according.
Example of a cold cake, example of lava cakes.
Say for example, we're going for some party.
For example, hot chocolate cakes are awesome, and in cold cakes, red velvet cake is awesome. So, in my opinion, my best dessert is cake.
Thank you very much. Why did I ask that question about dates? Because sometimes you are going to be peppered with difficult questions. Just want to demonstrate that Oreo works for difficult questions as well. Okay? And in my opinion, my idea of a perfect date is a long walk followed by food. I say so because I like long walks and food. Alright? And for many people, the idea of a date is loud music and booze and dance. I hate loud music. I don't drink and I cannot dance. People have two left feet, I've got four of them, you can't count. So, long walks and food does it for me because I am a food lover. So, my idea of a perfect date, long walks and food. Alright? Next one was desserts. My favorite dessert is ice cream. And I say so because I can no longer have it. Let me explain. Last October, my wife poked me with a needle and I thought that it was a mosquito bite. Turns out she had taken my blood sample, ran it against a glucometer, and it turned out that my sugar is 395. And my response was, it's 395, I wish it was 392. She was like, that's not much of a difference. I said, no, 392 is divisible by 7. I have this affinity for numbers divisible by 7. And she said, yes, that is the real problem. That your sugar levels are not divisible by 7. Not that they are very high, but because they are not divisible by 7. So I've stopped having sweets ever since then. I've never had an ice cream, and that Coke bottle no longer excites me like it used to. But my favorite dessert remains ice cream. Okay? See, Oreo works in almost any situation. I'm not just talking you being called on stage, being given a topic and being asked to speak on it to the problem. If you are in the middle of a presentation, you've been asked a difficult question, you don't know the answer, you can answer that question. If you are in an interview, you've been asked a question, whether or not you know the answer. Many times you know the answer, but you are not able to present it properly. You always walk away with a feeling, maybe I could have given that answer better. That feeling is going to lessen a lot if you follow the Oreo approach. Okay? Group discussions. right? You've got people speaking for, people speaking against. Use Oreo. See how it turns the tide, because the moment you say, in my opinion, what happens is that people will straight away stop and listen, because you haven't countered with an example. What we tend to do is that when somebody is speaking on a topic that we feel strongly against, our immediate response is to respond with an example. What it does is, it goes into this big game of what about. Okay, so for example, if there is a debate around whether or not India should invest in cryptocurrency, right? Now, bear with me because I don't know much about cryptocurrency, but one person will say that cryptocurrency is probably going to replace the banking system one day. The other person says, no, it is decentralized. Example. I'm countering an example with an example. This person says, well, internet is decentralized. It is not going anywhere. Why is cryptocurrency going to go anywhere? Okay, now this person comes up with another example. But suppose this person responds with, in my opinion, while I accept your premise, I believe that, and then gives their opinion, followed by an example, followed by their opinion. What happens is that you are suddenly now talking in a structure, and the moment you talk in a structure, the other person is caught off guard. Why? Because that person is expecting an argument back. Instead, he is getting a reasonable, a structured response. You are equanimous when you are responding in an Oreo fashion. Okay, so hopefully Oreo works for you. There's another way that table topics work for you, and this is a question for all Toastmasters. Show of hands, please. Okay, how many times has it happened to you that somebody got a topic and you wanted that topic for yourself? Happened? How many of you wanted one of the topics today? Which topic did you want? The idea of a perfect date. Yeah.
He wants date to another.
Kind of written on your face, even if it is covered with a mask. It doesn't matter. Thanks. What topic did you want?
My favorite dessert.
What is your favorite dessert?
Moong dal halwa.
Huh?
It's a very odd choice, but moong dal halwa is my favorite.
Moong dal halwa. My mother will love you. Okay. But the point is, we always get somebody always gets that one topic. You say, if I had got this topic, I would have nailed it. Sounds familiar? Yes. Even to non-Toastmasters? Sweetie, did you get a topic that you wanted for yourself, other than dates and desserts?
My favorite app, the social media app.
Again, Instagram? Which one is it? Telegram? Okay. I can still live with Telegram. Instagram. Okay. But the point is, when you go for the international speech contest, so when you are giving a speech, your VP Education, who's your VP Education? Yeah. He reaches out and he says, will you give a speech? What is the most common response you get? I don't have a topic. Right?
Or I will take, I need to decide, I need to work.
You just got a topic, by the way. You got the topic that you always wanted for yourself. You said that I will nail this topic the next time it comes around. Okay? And today you were asked to speak for how much? How much time? 1 to 2 minutes. What is stopping you from delivering a 5 to 7 minute speech on it? Or who's stopping you from delivering a 5 to 7 minute speech about it? Because if you feel so strong about your favorite dessert or your favorite social media app or your favorite idea of a date, make it a 5 to 7 minute speech. Come up here and deliver that speech. I get my best ideas from table topics only. Many times I'll go into a meeting, I'll just sit there quietly, I will not take a topic at all. I will not take even a table topic. I will not take a role. I'm there for the table topics because I want to listen to those table topics and then make speeches out of them. And some of my best speeches have come from table topics I always do. So with that thought, always take part in table topics, number 1. Number 2, take a topic every day. Practice an Oreo around it. Okay? Because I've been doing it since 2016, I can literally do it in my sleep. The only person I do not do it to anymore is my wife. Okay? Because I'm afraid of projectiles that are headed at me and that invariably find their way. Okay, so I'm afraid of that, so I never state my opinions in front of my wife. And anyway, being a husband requires you to stay quiet. So, and I'm able to. But practice an Oreo every day. Take any random topic, practice it. Look up the newspaper, you read a bit of news, Oreo approach straight away. In my opinion, this makes sense. It makes sense because, for example, so in my opinion, this makes sense or this does not make sense. Okay. It could be a discussion you're having with a friend, right? A friend who's talking about healthcare in India. In my opinion, healthcare is improving, or it is going to the dogs. Anything. I'm saying that any topic, just practice Oreo around. That is the structure, right there. It is in front of you. Please share it with everyone and ensure that everyone gets to benefit from it. Hopefully this was a helpful session for every one of you. Thank you so much. You've been an awesome audience. Anyone who has any questions, and my apologies to anyone that I have embarrassed today. That includes Sweetie, and your name is? Chirag. Don't feel embarrassed. He's not going to feel embarrassed after that. Okay, anyone, any questions? Yes.
Last week, I got a topics on the topic was to sell something. So to sell something.
Okay.
So how we can use that?
Okay, give me an object to sell. I'll show you how.
This notebook.
In my opinion, you should totally buy this notebook. I've given an opinion. I say so because of its dimensions. Reason. Let me explain. Usually notebooks are this big, or they are this thick, or they are this thick. Difficult to carry around. This notebook you can carry around in many ways. For example, it will fit inside most of the bags. Another example, you can stuff it at the back. Another example, you can roll it up like this and carry it around. So in my opinion, you should totally buy this notebook. Are you going to buy it? No. Thank you. I did not mention money, by the way. I did not mention money. Okay. Yes, your name is Akansha.
So sometimes, on a particular topic, you might not have an example. For instance, my favorite dessert.
Your favorite?
My favorite dessert.
Dessert. Come on.
For me.
If it involves mine, then there will always be an example. Give me, see, it pertains to you. Who knows you better than yourself?
Yes, but let's say the topic has a certain personal reason attached to it. For
Okay.
instance, I like halwa.
Let's have a round of applause.
So I like halwa because of a certain incident that happened with me in the past, etc.
But you like halwa, right?
I like halwa.
So you could go with, my favorite dessert is halwa. Unfortunately, I can't have it anymore. The reason for that is something difficult or unfortunate that happened in the past that I would not like to recount, but it involves some, something that points to what happened. So even though I can't help it, it still remains my favorite dessert. Make sense? Tell me about something that you have absolutely no opinion about. The worst case is you're going to get something on which you have no opinion. Right? For example, my opinion on Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks. Right? In my opinion, I don't have any opinion on Julian Assange. I say so because I don't follow him much. Let me explain. I have better things to do in my life. For example, who's the current Formula 1 champion, or what is the current trend in public speaking, or where the next piece of training is going to come from. And because of that, I'm sorry to say I do not have time to follow Julian Assange. Does that kind of open the door a little bit, clear the clouds a little bit? Thank you so much for asking that question. Anybody else? Yes, Chirag. I'm back with names.
So my question is that whenever someone asks me that, tell me something about yourself, then there are different situations that some are very formal, and some are very informal. So I want to mold my introduction according to that so that I can make it interesting and catchy. So
Very
how
good
can I
question.
do that?
Very good question. Now, if somebody is asking you, tell me something about yourself. You know why they ask you that question in the first place? Only you know yourself. The other person doesn't know you. Your best friend doesn't know you. Okay. Your parents don't know you as well as you know yourself. I'm sorry. Okay. Glass of water. Okay. What you want? I'm first going to give you the reason why they ask you that question. Invariably, tell me something about yourself is the first question that is asked in the interview. Okay? The reason that it is asked in the interview is you will be at the most ease while you are answering an interview. And if I am your interviewer, what I am doing, I am establishing a baseline. I am seeing how comfortable you are answering a question about yourself. 4 or 5 questions later, I'll be asking a deeply technical question or a question that you'll find difficult to answer. When you answer that question, I'll be able to tell whether you're telling me the truth or a lie. Why? Because I established a baseline. That is the reason this question gets asked. Okay? A really good interviewer will be able to tell whether you are lying or whether you are not lying. That's why. Now, how do you answer this question? Whether you want to be formal or informal. Look at the organization. Financial services company tend to be very formal, go with a formal answer. Startups, internet companies tend to be informal, you can throw in a little bit of informal. But one thing, if you've noticed, I'm wearing a tie today. Okay? Why I'm wearing a tie today? Because I know that I can come here in a t-shirt and a jeans and a cap and I can still deliver this morning. But what I know is that formal always works. Okay, except when you're going to bed, except when your bar is concerned. But formal usually works, right? So, if everything else fails, go with a formal answer. Does it answer your question?
Yeah, like if I'm in an informal group, like for example, I'm in a college society, and they ask me that tell you something about yourself, and I have seen other people that they are making their answers very interesting, and some of them also make the audience laugh.
Yeah.
So this makes a good impression.
Okay.
So how can I do that? Like add.
Do you want to do that? And why do you want to do that first of all?
Because
peer pressure?
No, not peer pressure. But the thing is that I want people to remember my name.
Okay. First. I'll remember your name. Okay.
Second, I want them to remember me. Yeah, this is the guy who said like this, and like not by name then. But face value is something that, yeah, he is the guy who did that and everyone knows him now.
So for that reason, you want to probably do what the other fellow is trying to do. Is that accurate? Maybe the other fellow is telling a joke, you see that the audience is responding to them.
And everyone is telling a joke, then what's the difference? I want to do something different which marks my name over there, but not embarrassing something in a good way. Okay.
Here's the thing. And I'm going to quote Mark Brown on it. He's the world champion of public speaking 1995. Essentially, he says that everyone's a storyteller, right? And the best stories are not out there to impress. The best stories are out there to express. You're out there to express yourself. You're not out there to impress people. Okay. If I have come here to impress people, I could have done a stand-up comedy routine right here, right? Instead, what I'm doing is, I just brought along a single slide, speaking from my heart, because the best stories are going to come out of your heart. Okay, don't go with this, that, okay, I want to stand out. Go with the attitude that I am going to tell the best story I can. And then they can decide if a story is worth listening to or worth remembering. Okay, and I learned this lesson the hard way. The truth is that in 2018, I did represent my district in the semi-final of World Championship of Public Speaking. That is the truth. But once I reached there, I realized that all this programming yourself, you know, that I'm going to go from this club and this area and then this division so that I avoid this and this person, maybe I'll make it to the district. It doesn't count for anything in the semi-final because you don't know who they are. The second thing I realized was that a speech contest was not about excellence. which is what you are trying to do. You're trying to make it about excellence. We have 4 values, core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. I came to realize that when you speak in Toastmasters, while striving for excellence is a good thing, it's more about the service value. Because today, as I speak, I see around 20-25 people listening to me. Okay, I'm not here to win an award. My aim is that if one of you walks out of here and says that tomorrow onwards, I am going to use Oreo in my life, I'm going to use Oreo when I'm answering questions. Even one of you does that. My job is done. Because I have caused a change in your behavior. And that is what my aim is. My aim is not to impress anyone sitting in this room. My aim is to cause a change in your behavior, cause a change in the way that you are thinking. Go with that mindset. Don't go with that mindset of, oh, will they like me, will they not like me? Leave all of that aside. Because then you're trudging into the excellence domain. And when you go into the excellence domain, what happens is that you try to do everything possible, and sometimes you end up doing something that you don't want to do. For example, I end up telling jokes, but people don't laugh. Okay? So don't try to impress, just try to express yourself. Just tell that story that you have inside you. And tell it with a passion that no one can match. If you can bring that passion is going to percolate down to your audience. And then you don't need to impress them because they themselves will be impressed. Does that make sense? You were saying something?
Yeah. So I was saying that if we try to express ourselves, so that I just need to question that we जब हम इसको एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हैं तो फिर हम जैसे मैं किसको बता रही थी कि एज अ पर्सन मैं कैसा हूँ तो फिर हम जस्ट बी इन अ फ्लो एंड बी नेचुरल एज
it's being natural. It's being natural on stage. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. So
that's it. Yes, you had a question.
What would the other approaches for table topics?
I'm going to share them.
He's going to share them.
It's there in my pattern. There are 8 approaches, so I'll share them.
Yeah, there are quite a few approaches, right? Oreo is by far the most easiest.
Yeah.
It's the easiest approach. Why? Because everyone has an opinion. The other ones are kind of derivatives of Oreo.
Yes.
So there is this versus that, whether tea versus coffee. Ultimately, you end up expressing an opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. So Oreo is the best approach. Any other question? Anybody? Yes.
Yeah. So what I've seen in table topic contest, what I've seen in table topic contest, the winners, for example, there was one topic which was that life is 99% what happens to you or how you react to it. That was the topic. And the speaker had a very good story about him being in Kashmir and then the exodus happened. So that was a very powerful story. And she didn't start with the opinion, but she started with the story. And the end, the message was like the main point of that. So I've seen in contests that some speakers or the people who win, they have very good stories. So what should we do if we don't have such stories, and how should we go about it?
Well, first of all, before the topic is given to you, you should pray that you get a good story, a topic with a good story. Now, if that does not happen, fall back on Oreo. Start with opinion, reason, example, opinion. Because the moment you give your opinion, parallelly your mind is trying to think of a story or an example. Okay, but the best way would be to come up with an example or a story and then wrap it within Oreo. That would be the best way possible. Okay, we still have time for question and answers. Okay, yes, you have a question.
So everyone have a different emotion altogether in themselves.
They have a different
emotions.
Yeah.
Some are laughing, some are smiling, some are emotional. So do you think like we should change our approach when we go to table topics, whether the emotional person should take a laughing topic or deliver a speech on that?
I think he answered that question himself. You should just be yourself. If you are an emotional person, be that emotional person. And if you are a logical person, then be that logical person. Worst case thing that is going to happen is that your vulnerability is going to come out. Okay, but as one of the speeches that I heard, one of the speakers, don't remember her name, but she said that to be invincible, you first have to be vulnerable. And there's a lot of truth in that. To be invincible, you first have to be vulnerable. Okay, so be yourself out here, even if it means embarrassing yourself. Embarrass yourself. But speak from your heart. Because once you speak from your heart, people will listen with their minds. That is a guarantee that I can give you. Don't try to mask your emotions. Okay? If you feel strongly about a topic, then whatever you feel about that topic, you speak back about that topic. You don't try to mask your emotions. Does that make sense? Okay? Don't try to be somebody else on the stage. Because then you will come across as fake. Some other day I will tell you about ethos, logos and pathos. Ethos is you, logos is your subject, pathos is the passion that you bring. If you try to be somebody else, your pathos is going to go for a toss. And successful speeches are more than 60% passion in them. So don't try to be somebody else. Hope that answers your question. Okay. Yes, Madam Timer.
So sometimes we are.
Yeah, sit down.
So sometimes we are like short of words, we are not able to explain. We want to explain, but the words doesn't come to our mind. Maybe because it's an impromptu situation. Maybe that's the reason. Like it happens with me.
Okay, it usually happens with me because I'm trying to find a better word. Okay, it usually happens with me. I'm trying to find the right word. Most often you do have a synonym of that word. And though it will make your speech less effective, just go with that. Because you don't want your mind working overtime on finding the next word, the right word, and thinking of the topic at the same time, and taking care whether the green card has come up or not. You don't want your mind to be doing 10 different things on stage when all you're focused on is trying to get that story across. The best speeches are told in a very simple manner. That's it. Keep it very simple. People like to think that if we use words that are, difficult, if we try to come across as Shashi Tharoor, probably will make an impression. We don't. Shashi Tharoor makes an impression because that is his natural style. And I can't speak like him. Like I said, I just can't be myself. One thing that you can do is keep on building your vocabulary. Okay, so you got a word of the day today, equanimity. Equanimity. Even I can pronounce it. But if you can start using it today, make it a habit, and you learn a new word every day. You're going to learn 365 new words every year, and that is a game, the way I look at it. Make sense? Thank you. Okay, one last question and then we'll close. Going once, going twice, and sold. Thank you very much. You've been a very patient audience.
I want to change.
How are the Joes now? And how about learning? I hope all of you would be more confident today, much more confident today if you face any impromptu topics, right? And today's table topic master is someone who is a prolific speaker, and he is the man who is having lot of variety of it, lot of interest in different fields. He is Toastmaster since June 16, almost more than 6 years now.